Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode number 20. Well, with this one, I'm discussing my final thoughts on Kamen Rider 1971, the very first Kamen Rider ever to release, the first of 32. Yeah, it didn't produce as much as basically you probably would think this amount longer than Super Sentai, and yet Super Sentai produced more than they did because they took several years off. Twice. Two hiatus of the course series. I'll get to those eventually. But a lot of these episodes I really did enjoy. I originally got into the basically watching this due to someone I know on Discord basically streaming episode 3 of the series. So I watched the first two and then later on I decided just to do a review for it because, well, I had been kind of curious with Kamen Rider for a while. Well, mainly because the fact I watched Superhero Tension, which was a really good movie, which is simply put the Kamen Riders versus Super Sentai. Like a whole lot of them, like several teams of them. Yes. Though for that one, basically, when I watched that, with the exception of the guy who was Count Draco's counterpart, I had never seen any of these other monsters before. These other generals who basically appear in this damn thing. At least one of them now I actually have seen in this one, Ambassador Hell, who's a great villain. Yeah, I think he did a great job. I'm surprised though they actually where apparently all the villains treat him with a lot of respect and not Colonel Zhao or Dr. Death, but yet Master Hell gets treated a lot more respect than any other villain of course the franchise. Yep. Now how much I'm gonna go through V3 when I get to it, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say that when I get to it. But in the case of this particular thing, now one thing I did notice over the course of 98 episodes is the combat men. Like at the start of it, they were wearing completely different outfits. Most like black, a little bit red, and some face paint. That was their combat men for a while. And then by the time that the second camera showed up, they actually made an update to the costume. But the scientists, the one who helped create the cyborgs, they virtually made the same, just put some face paint on and make them look evil. Then later on, when Basta Hell showed up, they switched out the face paint for like loose door mask. And this was even something they carried over for Guy Shocker. Just the only difference is that they replaced the symbol for Shocker with the symbol of Guy Shocker. It is interesting, though, that the combat men, who they've been using for 78 straight episodes, it just, oh yeah, let's just basically kill all the ones off at the start of the final arc of this particular thing. I kind of seemed as though, while watching, it seems that maybe the Guy Shocker thing basically was something that they were not actually planning on doing, but they probably had to do anyways because, well, maybe they had planned to end it with episode 79, but they probably were thinking about that, but it seems that they probably had to continue because, well, the series was probably a big rating smash back in the early 70s. So they figured, though, the series got good ratings, so let's just keep it on. Just get rid of the old Shocker and just place it with new one, Gale Shocker. And in effect, what comes to that, I did notice, though, they had a good start with the quality, and then they kept the same quality when the second Kamen Rider came on board, and then when the original Kamen Rider came back, the video quality improved for the third story arc. Though it did take a dip for a few episodes, probably because of the money went to the movie, which is really good, by the way. And then for some reason, for the final 19 episodes, the quality dipped. It dipped slightly, but it wasn't bad. I'm not sure why they trimmed back on the good visuals they had during the previous arc. Maybe they ran out of money. That could be the reason why. It was the early 70s. So maybe the recession probably hit the thing. I'm not sure. Though, I should point out, though, the other Kamen Rider series that come out this one are not as long as this one. Nope. This is the only one that ever reached 98 episodes. And you're probably thinking, okay, what is the second longest Kamen Rider series? Is it V3? Nope, that's 52. I mean, what could be it? That's a really good question. Well, it's not X Amazon Stronger. Those are really short. I think Sky Rider is 54 episodes. It's one of two I can think of. I think the other one's Black. Now, Black is 51. RX is 47. I mean, I would say probably of. I don't think it's Super One. No, I think of the Showa era. I'd say the longest is obviously the original one, which is also the longest one of the series. Second longest for the Showa era is probably Skyrider at 54 episodes. Mm-hmm. Yes, but what about the Heisei era ones? Well, the first one was only 49 episodes. The second one is 51. But I don't think any of them actually went as far as basically this did. Yeah, heck, there's one called there's one called Decade. That was like 39. So a lot of these are shorter than like some of the ones like Riki. That's 50 episodes. Like I don't think anyone went as high as like 50, like 52 or even like 53 maybe. Yeah, highly doubt it. I'm looking at them right now, and I think the highest they might go is 50 or 51, but I don't think anyone higher than. So I could say that Skyrider is the second longest of the entire era. Well, of the entire series, mind you. Mm-hmm. Yep. And the most recent one they had, which is still airing, by the way, and that's 44 episodes in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so expect to see more Kamen series in the future, so there's that. So that's pretty much it for this particular review. Next one is going to be Hair of a Laugh in the World. And if I get time, Free Revolution. If not, got the save for tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow is going to be like 5 anime tomorrow because you got One Piece, you got Case Closed, you got Boruto, and also if you get Free Revolution, if not, well, it's probably also going to have. It's also going to be the start of the 4th season of Izuranchigo's Dungeon. Okay, so I'll work on Harem Alive next. Okay, next video. Bye.